Welcome to the THEADUSHOW. If you are watching or streaming this episode, thank you so much for tuning in. I have an incredible show for you guys today. I gotta say, I was excited to have this guy back on because his friend of mine was so surprisingly, in my eyes, I wasn't surprised that he wanted to. Well, I wasn't. I was surprised that he was wanting to come on the show again, because to me it was kind of like this thing of, oh, I look up to this public figure just in music. As much respect as I have for him, I didn't want to waste any of his time or take any of his time away. So I got him on, which I'm not gonna say his name yet because then you'll know who this guest is. Now, this whole thing about artists is coming together, and especially since you can perform again if you're an artist or a musician or whoever you are in entertainment, it really is just breathtaking and just a release because we all love performing live, especially. And I was just talking to one of my men, Geo, and he was literally going off in one of his concerts, and he was just incredible, honestly, speechless. I saw that recap, and I was someone sent that to me, and I was like, bro, I got to get on it. I hope and pray I can do some more live performances this year and even more next year, also in the years to come. However, today I got one of my favorite people to come on the show, and he doesn't even know that because if I tell him, I'm going to act like a little kid. My first guest is an my first guest in my first guest is an artist, producer, creative sound engineer. He is the creator behind his label Ascending Kings and Queens. He has a new record that drops on Friday, August 20th, titled No More Flowers for Remedy. His newest release with Alec, titled Onda, is available everywhere music is sold. Please welcome JAYSANITY.
Yes, sir.
What's
Yo,
up,
what's up,
bro?
bro? What's up, bro?
Oh
It's good to
man,
be back, bro.
yeah,
It's good to be
I
back,
love
man.
having you on, man. It's always a pleasure having you on, especially late at night. I don't really do shows late at night, but recently I have been. I might as well just change it to the Tonight Show. It's like,
Yeah,
why
bro.
not? Why not? Just no
For
cut,
sure.
cut all this daytime television type stuff out.
For sure, bro. For sure. Nah, it's good to be back, though, bro. You interesting character. You are, bro. It's always fun. Always fun
Yeah.
to go chop it up with you, bro.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And I know you are doing your thing, man. A lot of our connections are based in Maryland, and you and I just work with similar people and have convos with similar people, and it's incredible because we all just create from different platforms and different perspectives and different elements of life. And I gotta tell you, man, you've been doing it all. However, since you've been on the show, it's been over a year, bro. I had you on when I first started the show, my first couple of episodes. I remember when I did yours. Yours was the shortest, like I told you before we did the taping. I don't know why yours was the shortest. I don't understand why I did that. You know what? You know why I did that? Because I there was no structure to the show. I said I'll do hour long shows right after I have made the decision to
I mean, look,
continue to
look
do the
at you
talk
now,
shows.
bro. You got producers working on the show and everything. You got a team behind you, bro.
It's
It's all about going up, bro.
right,
Elevating,
man.
bro.
Yeah, man. It's a whole
For sure.
story. It's a whole story, bro. It's incredible, and thank you so much, man. However, what's up with you? You've been doing so much, man. Doing all this music. You're doing this music thing for real, though, and you just growing up. You're just this thing, just doing your thing, doing your mixtapes right before, which is my favorite record that you've done. Imperially, what is it called? Imperially Young. You did that
I'm
record.
young, yeah.
That's one of my favorite records you've done, honestly, and I ain't even lying about that. And I tell you, when I say I love an artist, I love an artist's music because I listen to every artist. I take a chance on them, and as soon as I find that one song or that one record, it's like instant homemade mac and cheese. I've been saying that for the last couple of episodes. It's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know how else to describe it. However, that one song in the beginning, I'm telling you, it's really like on a whole nother level of
Hey, bro, I really
greatness.
appreciate that because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I made Imperially Young, it was obviously a different time than what it is now, bro. It was 2018. I was hella young. You feel me? I was really young. I was just a kid, bro, and I was just doing what I love to do, which is make music. Back when I didn't have a phone, I didn't have equipment to record on. You know, all I had was like my notepad, my little camera I used to make the music on, bro. It was just such a beautiful like this is for me. This like Imperium has such like a I don't know, it has like a hold on me. Like honestly, I right now, like in this moment, I think the project is horrible. Like it's not done good at all. But that I'm only saying that because like if you listen to the stuff that I'm making now, you compare that, you feel me? It's not it doesn't go up to the same standards, but the concept, yo, the concept, like I was just a kid and I was in my head thinking I was making like art. And I'm saying this because the release I got this week, August 20th, I used the same I tried to use the same mindset um that I had for Imperial Young, just like kind of updating the setting I'm in now. You feel me? I'm not really a kid anymore. I'm 16. Feel me? I'm going up as an artist and as a person. You feel me? Having to go back to the roots. You always got to remember your roots. So me going back to the first, what I like to say, the first official project that I made, putting it in this one. You feel me? It's I don't know. There's something beautiful about that. But I actually did do a sequel. You know, with the FS art from Fairly Young. I made an art part two on the project I have now. You feel me? So that all ties back. I don't know. I was really just trying to like gain back like a piece of my childhood that shaped my artistry right now. That's really what this project is right now in terms of concept. I don't know. It's just something beautiful about you being a kid and you being able to, just create a body of art. It's an amazing thing, bro.
Right. And you've started, like you said, from a really young age and built your way on up. And the thing about it is, I don't want any artist, or especially you, man, of this caliber, and Lord knows where you're going to go from here, to not be ashamed of the projects that have already been released, bro, because you can even remix them, and you already know as an engineer, as an artist, to make those songs and make those tracks sound better than what they were a couple years ago. And I'm telling you, bro, the people that you've worked with up to this date, like you said, it has improved your musicality and your skill. Literally, it has progressed like crazy, I'm telling you. And even the connections that I have now, I mean, I hear stuff about you from specific people, and they're all really good. And I'm not saying that just to say that on camera. Let me tell you something. I specifically say that because I know a lot of people do some shady things like off camera in the studio where there's nothing but creative minds, and I don't want to be with some fool in the studio for like 6 to 8 hours and we're just not vibing. And you don't ever want to be in that uncomfortable position where you are working with somebody who you're just not vibing with, or you present, or they pull up stuff from your past, bro. I mean, you were something even before you put out the projects you have now, like the one I'm about to go into right now, which is, this new record that's coming out on Friday, August 20th, titled No More Flowers for Remedy. I'm telling you, bro, I know nobody has heard the tracks. I haven't heard the tracks at all, but that's on a whole nother level. And look, I don't, I have all love and respect, man, because Lord knows what you come out with.
Appreciate that.
I know you did something back in 2020. I don't want to, I don't want to say this wrong. It was something with essentials. It was like a white cover. You,
Sanity Essentials.
yeah,
Sanity Essentials. Yeah,
Sanity Essentials. That was an incredible record as well. I listened to that.
appreciate
We
that.
were
You know,
just
Sanity Essentials. I'm gonna tell you the
We
whole
were
thing
we
about
were
that,
listening to the whole mixtape upstairs. Literally, me and my brother were like right before he came on. He was like, "Yo, you gotta like hop on this stuff." But go ahead, man.
hey, bro. Sanity Essentials is other than what I'm releasing on Friday. I feel like that's my only 10 out of 10 record. Sanity Essentials. I made that record, the entire EP, like in a week. Quarantine, bro. We was just in the house. We was just every day we would make a song, bro. Every single day we make a couple songs, bro. You feel me? I made that joint in like a week. And I'm not even saying that to just like, you feel me, like, oh, I make music fast. Cause me personally, I'm a fast worker. I mean, sometimes I tend to like rush things, which is like a something I need to work on. I tend to rush things and then I end up not liking it
Yeah, yeah.
in the future. But Sanity Essentials, bro, I made sure every song on that project was a banger. And not only that, Sanity, it was the first project I really started experimenting. Like this is the producer talking, experimenting differently. You feel me? What I wanted the project to sound like an R&B project, like 2000s R&B. That was the whole every sample I used on there was a 2000s R&B. You feel me? Inspired type thing. But I didn't want the content to be there. I wanted it to be real. I wanted it to be me. I mean, so that's why I'm rapping over these type of beats. And I just feel like I did it perfectly because it goes the beat, every single beat on there like fits perfectly, goes like hand in hand. And then if you listen to what I'm saying, yo, you made me want to listen to that joint right now.
Nah, man, and I believe everybody needs to at least go check out that whole record, man. If you guys haven't checked out that record, I know we're talking about something that I'm really not. Forget about what's happening on here. Forget. I'm not. We're supposed to be doing this stuff on here. Forget about what that's happening on there. Go get some Sanity Essentials. It's available everywhere. But I do want to dive in, man. Since I know COVID has literally brought everybody into this mentality of not talking. You know, everybody's just doing their own thing, honestly, and everybody's minds is almost brainwashed. I want to say just from all of this chaos, and I tell you, it's all for a purpose. You came out of it with an extraordinary amount of like music. You have a lot of tracks out. You just did a performance, man. You're going back to doing live shows now. You were just at Wisdom Court Summer Jam, man, back in July. How was that like?
It was interesting. I'm not gonna lie, it was a cool performance. You feel me? I did that with the gang, ICDA, right? You feel me? It was just
Was that your
I feel
first?
like
Was that? Wait, hold on. Was that your first show back?
nah
Nah. What was
second.
the first show you? What was the first show that you did right after you got out of like more like, well, at least most people got out of their houses and stuff.
It was at the Baltimore Sound Stage. That was like in I'm trying to say May, I think May. I did that with Incognito and ITD.
Back
That
in May
was
of
a
this
minute
year.
ago. Yeah, Baltimore Sound Stage. That was a minute ago though.
Right.
And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that show was better than what we just did. It was much better.
All right, let's talk about Baltimore Center Soundstage right now. I'm going to talk about this.
I mean, you got to keep in mind, it wasn't our set. We was just like a guest, like a guest type thing. So we were only able to do 2 songs, like six minutes. That's how long we was up there.
Two
Bro.
songs in 6 minutes. Y'all did
Yeah,
a medley or
2 songs.
something? What a guy.
Nah, bro, it wasn't. It wasn't like we didn't have a set. It was just like he just brought us up to like support us. So it's picking the songs was hard, bro. We finally settled on there, bro. We was like, okay, we got the songs, we got to perform like it's rolling loud or something. You feel me? And that's what we did. I'm gonna actually send you the like a video clip right after because I didn't post those. I didn't post those because it was like you feel me.
For sure. I
But
won't. I won't leak it out. I ain't gonna leak it. I mean, I'm just that type
but
of
nah,
dude.
bro.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. As far as the summer jam though, we were the opener, so there wasn't a lot of heads paying attention to us because it was still kind of early. But yo, shout out my dude A Ray, bro. He was performing with A Ray. He performed. That was his first show. He
Oh,
performed like
really?
you would not be able to tell,
Oh, wow.
bro. You would
He just got my God, man. This ain't
no,
this
bro.
guy.
Because when listen, bro, if you seen the way he was performing, bro, if you seen the way it was his first show, yo, bro.
What's his
His
name?
first show. A Red. It's A Red, bro.
Yo, is he at?
He's another creative. He's a producer, artist. He does it all just like me, 10 times better, bro.
I want to go back to when you were talking about how you didn't have the materials and resources to actually make the records that you're making now, because when I started the show, I didn't have the resources or the actual materialistic things to do everything. And I think that's for any content creator, any artist, any creative, anybody who just works, honestly. Rely on your creativity. I can watch a bad quality video with funny content. So that's what I mainly focused on with everything now, because I've had a lot of people in the past have dropped me just because I didn't have the resources or the things to actually make a record. That stuff will come for me. Just to be real, on the spectrum, when we make these records, we will make revenue and income and profit from that, and then we'll be able to get those things. However, we're not in a rush right now to get those things, because for one, it's hard out here, and you and I of all people know that, because we came from just starting from our small little garage, and we built up our, like your label, our names, what we represent, and from places where it's not always known. The thing about it is, man, and I was just thinking about this, Brent Fryers, well, I'm not mentioning no high school because I don't want anybody knowing where my
Yo,
location.
they don't even. They don't need.
Right. So Brent Fryers, we know where, we know where he came from. Was it? Wait, is it Brent Fryers? Am I saying the artist's name right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I had a producer work with him like the first time he like came up straight out of the DMV. And of course, look at him now, honestly. However, from where he had started, I don't know anybody from the level he was on at the time, way back, like couple years ago. I never knew any artist who came up like that to where
Mm.
like Brent is now. And that's
Listen,
just
let me
mad
tell you something,
respect.
bro. Let me tell you something, bro. Brent Brent Faiyaz's story inspires me so much, bro. Like I know we trying to keep this on the down low, bro, but the place he came from, bro. You feel me? He got a lot of. I'm gonna just say, bro. My brother, my brother, my brother went to school with the dude, bro. He went to school with him, bro. I'll never forget the first time I was listening. I heard no, it was Crew. I heard Crew on the radio for the first time, and I was like instantly fell in love with that song. I tried to find it. It took me hours, but I finally found the song. And this was seventh grade, bro. I had gotten in trouble, so I got all my stuff taken. So I had to play it from the speakers, bro.
Oh
And I
my
was just listening from the
gosh.
speakers.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
I was listening. I was listening on the
Wait,
speakers.
you were in
And then my
seventh
brother,
grade?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
when I
Keep
first
going.
found out, when I first heard it.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so my brother came up, right? He heard me listening. He was like, the dude singing the hook. I went to high school with him. I was like, really, man? And he was telling me they used to freestyle in the cafeteria. You know what I mean? Brent Fires and my brother, they used to like, you know what I mean? They had like a little group. They used to do freestyle
Yeah.
in the cafeteria. And he just blew up, bro. He really just blew up. And it's like, he from Colombia. I'm from Colombia, you feel me?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it's kind of corny now, but back then I was like, that's some real stuff that like I could really get down with, bro. How you from the same area I'm from and you blow up? Of course, I'm gonna be able to do that too, bro. And look at him now. Rough Ice is an independent artist, and he just did a song with Drake. The level
I
he's on,
know.
bro,
I just
it's crazy if you
I was gonna
think
mention
about it.
that. Yeah.
It's just something about seeing the people, not even people you work with, just artists in general. Just seeing them like, if you really rocking with an artist and you watching them come up, you feel like a proud father, bro. Like that's a beautiful thing right there. It's really inspiring, bro. I get inspired so easily. It's crazy.
There's an artist that is coming up right now. This guy is in the same area as we are, but this specific artist that I'll tell you after the show has a lot of potential, and at any given moment, he can blow up. So I'm keeping a really close connection. Cause like I don't want to miss. You never want to miss a moment.
Yeah, for
As
sure.
corny and cliche as that sounds, the moment you like relationships are your greatest resources, but I don't want to just use somebody. I at least want to have that dynamic relationship through convos, music, whatever it might be. You gotta jump on that thing real quick. And I was just gonna say this thing because I know we're running out of time, but I do want to tell you there's this other influencer, and I'm not gonna say his name either. There's this other influencer who he's from the DMV. He's from the DMV.
Hey, bro.
No, because I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this stuff. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this, so I'm trying to do the best I can. He's from the DMV.
Shoot, they
He
know now, bro.
he went to a high school that you and I both know of, and he's one of the biggest influencers out now.
You know what? I got a lot to say about artists in the DMV. I ain't sure if you notice, like, if you really pay attention to like the way, just the way people in the DMV movement in general. Before we even talk about artists, there's a lot of hate. There's a lot of hate going on here, bro.
Mm,
People see somebody succeeding, and they don't. They like it's a mixture of jealousy. I mean,
mm,
they get mad. They don't want to support you, bro.
mm,
There's a reason why a lot of people haven't blown up yet, and it's because we really don't support each other. I be talking about this with my people all the time, bro. We just supported each other like one hand at a time, bro. We could we could be global. Like we could really make like a family type thing, bro. If not family, then we could lift each other to like be individuals ourselves, bro. The DMV is a small area. Like you said, we know a lot of it. You feel me? We like in the same groups. We know a lot of the same people. Everybody knows. Like if you are an artist, everybody knows, and you actually got talent. You out there, bro. They know that you make music, bro.
yes.
They know that you make music. They know that you with it. They know that they just won't support you. And they won't support you until they see you doing something. They won't support you till you actually blow up. You feel me? And if you walk into a certain type of situation with that mentality, that's not going to get nobody nowhere, bro. And that's one thing I hate about the DV because they notorious for that. You know what I mean? Something I had to do with. I'm sure you've had to do with it, bro. It's all love for me, bro. From AKQ, it's all love, bro. We just trying to when we make music uplift each other, but you know how it is, bro. That's just how it is. I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to like point that out in the DMV.
That's
So whenever an artist blows up from our area, it's a beautiful thing, bro.
it is,
Cause
and
it's hard to make it out low key. I ain't gonna lie.
bro, it's not easy at all. And you just said it. You hit the marks. I don't want you to come on the show, bro, and be this fake, type of person because I will tell the truth on this. Say this is the calling to the carpet. And I gotta say, when I started doing this music thing, and you're right, when you are doing this music thing, people won't say anything. You doing a whole record, they see this. How do you see something from here, but you don't
They
want even
will
want to talk
they
to you?
will not, bro. They will not acknowledge the fact that you're doing all these things until no. Let me rephrase. They will not acknowledge the fact that you're doing the things that you're doing with these people until you get in those shoes. Until you are those people, you feel me? And you
Right.
like the cycle continues.
And
It's
see that,
crazy, bro.
and the thing about it is, I don't want to get to that level where people like who are under us will be hard to reach us. See, that's the thing. Even now, as I'm building my name, and I know I'm building my name to a higher standard, and that's great and all. However, I want to be that different person, and I'm not saying this just to say it. I want somebody to screen record this, play this back to me. I'm telling you, the people who are coming up, and I'm trying to help as many people as possible. I'm trying to do as much networking. I have people working for me doing networking that I can't even reach, and I want to talk to you personally. I don't want your resume. You don't need to do no interview. I just want to have some sort of conversation, because that's key right there. I'm here for everybody. Ain't like, ain't no shade about it. I don't care if you are in a different genre or a different setting. Like,
It
it's,
doesn't matter the genre, bro. It's all music is a beautiful thing,
or
bro.
you're just a different person. Like, I've worked with two, like, yo, I got so many stories that I can't say all in all, because there's, like, I know I got limited of
Hey,
time,
bro,
but
listen,
this
listen. You really just reminded me about. Now you know AKQ. We like. I'm sure you know LP the rapper. They all from Atlanta. Alec and LP, they
yeah,
from Atlanta, bro.
ATL in the building. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's all based in Atlanta and the DMV, right? Um, Alec and LP, they really close. You feel me? They went to Ron Clark Academy, a very popular middle school down there. You feel me? I believe I forget what it's called. What's that type of school called where it's like for like really talented people? I'm trying to remember, but they went to that school, right? I
Yeah.
was on the phone with them, bro. We was over here joking around. They all casually, they like, oh yeah, you feel me? I'm at Oprah. I'm at Oprah. I was on a phone call with Monica. You feel me? I took it. They got this dude Alec has a picture with Usher. He was on the rap game and he rapped over a Pharrell beat. I know he probably gonna get mad that I'm saying this, but he needs his flowers though. And listen. Here's the thing. I'm like, every time they mention it, every time the Atlanta dudes mention it, the DMV dudes be like, "Yo, y'all have all them connections down there. Y'all still ain't blown up. Y'all see what we doing here, but we don't got no type of connection. We don't got nothing down here." But here's the thing though. The thing about people in the DMV or people in Atlanta, well, from what I've been seeing, the people that I'm fond of in Atlanta, they support each other to the fullest. Which again is something that the DMV lacks. So even it's not so much about them having that much connections. It's more about what you how do I phrase this? It's like when
Relationships.
you have like yeah, when you have like a crab in a bucket mentality, it's not gonna get you nowhere. But because they support each other to the fullest, bro, they have so much potential to be up there. And I cannot wait until all of them blow up, bro, for real.
Yeah. Is your people still in ATL, or they're in the area where we're at
Yeah,
now?
we haven't even met yet, bro. We haven't
Are you
even met in
serious?
person yet. That's the
Really?
thing. On God.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh! Wow.
Once we're planning like next summer because we probably all gonna be 18 by now. We plan to like link up, but we haven't. It's all like online stuff. 2018 is when it all started, bro. The producer I worked with on No More Flowers for Remedy,
Hmm.
he's actually from Italy. I found him on YouTube. He's
Oh
from
wow.
Italy.
Oh wow.
Yes, it's something about working with people that who are not in your area. It just gives you a different perspective. Like
It
not
does.
not anything music related. Like
It
it's just in
does.
general, bro.
And they're not fake. They're authentic to their craft. It's on a whole
Yes,
nother
bro.
level.
But like, it's just the fact that you didn't meet him in person. Like, it's just all right. Listen, I'm gonna talk about the internet. The internet is such a minus all the creepy stuff that be going
Yeah.
on, bro.
Thanks for
The
pointing that
internet
out.
is
Thanks for pointing that out.
the internet is a beautiful place, bro. Minus all of that stuff, bro. Look how everything with LP and NFL, bro. I found out about LP because I seen her comment on a YouTube video. She commented on a YouTube video I went to her page, and I really messed with her music, so I DM her the rest is history, bro. Just you like having that DM sent to somebody can start something so big, bro.
I
There's
know.
this artist, his name is Dan Average. He's from Germany, bro. He's actually been following me for a cool minute. it wasn't until when I started working on Platinum Dreams, which we all talked about that last time I was on here.
Yes.
Um, my computer, I was going through some issues with my computer, and I wasn't able to mix. I wasn't able to record the way I wanted to. I posted on my story. I need somebody to mix. He was the first and only person to hit me up, bro. He was mixing my. He was mixing. He makes half the Platinum Dreams for free.
Oh my gosh.
After I was able to get back in my stuff, we actually have a song out. We have a song called Two Seater. That whole project, I'm about to put you on. Listen to Dan Average project. It's called Tilt, bro. It's a beautiful project, and I personally feel like nobody, like maybe like in America before we talk about the DMV, could like just make that type of
Yeah.
sound he has, bro.
That material is almost significant. See, I got a big mind. As people like to say, think in reality. Like, let's be real
Yeah,
here.
I could. Yeah, yeah.
As many times as I've heard that, let's be real here. I'm one of those people where I am just very extraordinary. I'm an extraordinary thinker.
If it's anything that like just being an artist in general has taught me, don't think too hard, bro. Don't think too hard. Once you start thinking too hard, you start second guessing, you start underestimating yourself, and that's gonna push you behind, bro. To any upcoming artist, bro, please don't think too hard about it, bro. Just focus on right now. And if you want to focus on the future, don't expand for a goal that's like it's always good to have goals, but don't try to limit yourself like, okay, I need this by da. If you don't have like the materials and the equipment, because that's just gonna push you behind, bro. Think about start small. Always start small before you get you get bigger, bro. That's one thing that I've learned. I used to be low key. I used to be the same way, thinking about. I remember when I was in like fourth or fifth grade, I told myself by the time I'm 14, I'm gonna be established. I had to blow up by then. Where am I now? I'm 16 right now. I'm 16 right now. I'm barely in the same place. You know? But it all takes time, bro. We all gonna go up there, bro. All of us. You can't not even just that's just anything in life. You can't think, okay, why am I still here? You gotta think about all right, I'm all right, I haven't blown up yet, right? But I'm in a higher place than I was yesterday.
Right.
Feel
I'm
me?
not saying you got to be positive every day because not everybody is able to be like, today's going to be a great day. Not everybody is like
Yes,
that.
not every you are if you are a human, you definitely not able to do that, bro.
Right.
Like you got to think of the principle, yo. If you sit down thinking this is just a life advice, if you sit down like thinking, why is my life like this? Why you feel me? Why haven't I? That's not gonna do anything for you. That's gonna push you behind. You got to think about what you have, and you got to use what you have to get more of the stuff you have. If that makes sense,
Right,
bro.
right,
Like,
right, right.
cause life, I feel like life is a beautiful thing, bro. Music is a beautiful thing, bro. For me personally, I know what I want for myself. I know what I want for my future. It's just a process of getting to all that, bro. You feel me? So it's always the next level for me, bro. It's not that now. I'm always just focusing on what I have right now, or at least I try to. Because everybody's had them off days where it's like, yeah, I haven't blown up yet. I'm still like a kid. I want to grow. Everybody said that, bro. Everybody can say that they had that thought. It's just a matter of like what you gonna do after that. So
You have this new release with Alec titled Onda, which is available now. Where did this name for this track come from?
okay, so Onda
This guy's like, okay,
is
I gotta explain this. No.
let me enlighten that. Yo, you funny, bro. You funny as hell.
All right, go ahead. I ain't
Yeah.
taking no more airtime. Go ahead. If you do not talk, I'm gonna start talking. Talk about Honda. talk
Yeah,
about
but
Honda.
Onda was a Onda is actually wave in Spanish, and the word wave, me and wave have a history, bro. I used to when I was I'm talking like in fairly young time.
Oh
I
wow.
used to say the phrase. I used to be really bad at rapping. I'm sorry. I used to. use recycled bars. One of them was they ride in my way every day. I used to say that a lot. But for this one, I kind of like I said before, I wanted to go back to the like the baseline of the old days. So I was like, why not like put my own little twist on it now? So on there is actually the lead single of No More Flowers for Me. Produced by the his name is Bestiamo, I believe. Produced by the Italian producer I was thinking about. I actually feel like that's one of the best songs on the project, personally. Me and Alec is another talented artist, but we were just spitting straight bars on it, and that was the point. It's a beautiful thing that we created. So I'm really looking forward to the project dropping.
That's incredible, man. And the project is titled No More Flowers for Remedy. It does come out Friday, August 20th. What was the whole concept behind that whole project?
Man, it's a big concept behind that project. Basically, the name No More Flowers for Remedy is really just what I've noticed, how people treat me. After I dropped Sanity Essentials last year, the support, the like my mainly on Instagram, the support kind of like died down for me, bro. You know what I mean? It's just people really only, like I was saying before, they only support when you see you doing something. If you promoting your song, they're not gonna do nothing. The whole project is basically me venting. Um, I talk a lot. It's just like scattered thoughts almost, all relating to how I feel like I don't get the flowers I deserve. So I was just delivering my best bars on there, to be honest. The concept kind of came while I was doing that. That's why I feel like it's just raw, it's authentic, because I didn't even have the idea. It just all came at me, bro. From Sanity Essentials, me looking at, okay, bro, how I feel like what I feel like the support kind of died down to what, me looking for the producers on YouTube, like all of the elements just came together so beautifully. It took 7 months to make. 7, 8 months. I started working around December, January. I finished last month. Was it last month? It was a cool minute ago. So it was a really big process, and I feel like I made something beautiful. We made something beautiful. This is my first time actually working with another producer, like on a full project too. That's another thing. I was doing everything differently for this one. I mean, I invested a lot of money into it. I was just doing different things. I paid for the cover art. It's just I'm just trying to elevate myself, like try new things. That's what the whole thing is about, bro. And hopefully, I actually get my flowers after this one.
The way you touch music and create your signature is always recognized from a musical standpoint and is respected by yours truly always. Your artistry is on another level and it's not always seen, which is the thing. And this is why I have this show. Because the moment this show started popping, I was like, okay, let me grab the artists that really deserve respect. The people that I bring on this show are not the only ones that I'm looking at right now. There are so many people that I have not reached yet. We didn't even know how fast the responses were going to be. And sometimes I'm like, dude, I just don't feel like doing this anymore. And that's the one thing. You just don't ever want to let your guard down. You just don't want to drop the mic. Thanks for stopping by the show. You know you're always welcome to come on anytime.
I appreciate you for having me, bro. Good talk.
His new release with Alec, titled Onda, is available everywhere music is sold. Make sure to check out No More Flowers for Remedy on Friday, August 20th. JAYSANITY, everybody. There's more of the THEADUSHOW after this. Stick around.
The rules to each other. Bend the rules in the moonlight. We can roll and talk. We cruise. You pick the pace. We can roll and talk. Bend the rules to each other. THFL. What we use, you pick the place we go.
Welcome back to the Do Show. My next guest is an artist, creative producer, and engineer. His newest release, titled Jealousy, is available everywhere music is sold. Help me welcome to the show, Kamo, everybody. What's
Hello.
up? What's
Hey
up,
there.
man? You got up
What's
so
up, dude?
early to do this taping. I ain't never do this taping this early since the Netherlands one. What's up with you? You've been doing so much. I know you've been running around. You were just saying before we started taping the show that you have been just all over the place, more than music, more than playing and arranging and producing and traveling. You've been doing so much more than that, and you probably are gonna just evolve in this multi-talented traveling type of moving. I don't know
Yeah.
what type of word I should use because you just full of like a lot of things, man. You've been doing this thing for a while. I can tell because your piano playing is like insane. Like I told you before, you were playing in one of my favorite keys from your new song Jealousy. You were playing that song. Hands down, I was just like, this guy knows how to take his own song and make it even better. The arrangement of when you did it on the Instagram Reels, I was just like, sheesh. You're very unique in your own sound, man, and I love it. Now you are active on social media a lot, man. What keeps you inspired to post content on your feed?
I used to be much more active than I am now. And so I think for a long time, like I just, you see these like social media gurus that are talking all the time about how you need to be posting like once a day and you need to be sharing all this kind of content. And so I think, not that it's a bad thing that anyone is putting out content. I think it's an awesome thing in and of itself that people would share their art and share their music and all that stuff. But I think I kind of fed into the social media marketing thing and how I need to be posting content all the time, which to an extent is true. I think if you want to be a music artist, you have to expose people to what you're doing. The last thing I'm going to do if I see somebody's Instagram and I see that they have 4 posts is go click on the link in their bio and go listen to their music. That's just not, the two don't equate. I think a part of it was just I wanted to expose people to more of my music, expose people more to just what I'm doing. But I actually recently had been off Instagram for about 4 months total. And so that first month of the 4 months, I had my friend posting for me while I was off. And so then I stopped posting altogether, in large part because I went on a mission trip.
I saw that.
Summer.
It was like Cosaic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how. Cosic.
No, you're good. Kosovo.
Kosovo. See,
yeah.
I can at least pronounce something correctly.
Most people don't even know it exists. I didn't know it existed until I found out that I was going there a few months ago. So I went there and I decided altogether I'm just not going to be on social media. For more reasons than just the mission trip. I just find that and I'm a Christian. I find that my relationship with Jesus is just much better and much more in a healthy state of being when I'm not on social media. I haven't been on Instagram very much. And in fact, it's kind of hard. I'll be honest. It's kind of hard coming back and trying to get back into the flow of it and care very much. Because once you're off of it, you get used to being off of it, which I encourage anyone, take a social media break if you need to.
It's a detox, bro. I tell you, I did that for like 3-4 months just to work on one record, and it helped.
Yeah,
it actually did.
It's incredible, and you realize how much your relationships around you that are real actually matter, and how much now I'm kind of indifferent towards Instagram, just because I don't really care about sharing with people what's going on in my life. I and that kind of sounds harsh. I just don't feel like people, the strangers on my Instagram and people that don't really know me or really don't have a relationship with me, I don't really feel like they need to know my everyday life. I'm kind of settling back into it. But yeah.
That's incredible, bro. And you don't have to always feel the need to post. I know you probably already know that. However,
Yeah.
that thing, bro, of being constant, active, I should say, all the time is on a whole nother level today. It's like we almost have to be active just to keep you guys entertained because that's where our audience is mostly now. And
Mm-hmm.
it's good to take a detox, bro, because it really did me well. I am one to testify on that one, brother. Now,
Yeah.
one of your recent projects titled Valentine's Acoustic Sessions Volume 2 has been compiled into playlists, behind the scene footage, and more. I've seen that on the gram, bro. You literally are just on your grind with telling people the whole process and the concept behind everything. I was like, my gosh, he's doing better than I would do on some of my records. You just doing it
Yeah.
all, bro. I just really love it. I love your
Thank
consistency.
you.
Now, what was the significance behind these recordings that you did for Valentine's acoustic sessions?
Basically, I write love songs, and I write like romantic songs, and sometimes they are about. I don't know if I should be saying this.
We can edit it out, Dave and Buster's.
No, it's okay. It's all right. I'm just revealing my little artist secret. Sometimes they are about like specific women and girls that like I just have feelings for or whatever. And so sometimes I don't like always want to put the song out like right after I had the experience. Sometimes I want to wait and digest the experience. But and then also for the sake of like not having to deal with the like, hey, I wrote a song about you kind of thing, like, in that situation. So what I do is I purposefully wait until like, I don't know, like at least like half a year after I write the song in the situation to put it out. So basically what that results in is me having these Valentine's acoustic sessions where I choose one specific part of the year to kind of dump all of my intimate romantic songs into one day. And so I did that. And so I say all of them. There was only 2 the first year, and there was only 3 this year. And so 2, the first 2, one was about a girl, and then one was just an imaginary fictional idea, which I feel like most artists, when they're writing songs, like they're not always writing about like a girl. Sometimes they are fictional ideas. And so I put out those 2 songs, and they kind of like took off a lot more than I thought they would. Like people around campus and just like my close friends, like they loved them a lot more than they just liked my few other recent songs that I put out. And I think I know why. I think it's just because acoustic music is very general. It's very digestible. Like people all the time listen to acoustic music. You put out an original version and then you put out an acoustic version, and some people are like, I love the acoustic version more, and it's like, that's cool. And so I'm also inspired by other artists who do that kind of thing. Like John Bellion's my favorite artist of all time, and he puts out acoustic music all the time, and I'm like, man, I want to do that kind of thing. So I would put out I decided to do it and like go through with the whole strings thing, because that was something I was experimenting with.
You did an incredible job. Just kudos to you, bro. I'm just saying that because I saw that all in that one room. This guy had a whole string section in his room.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang. I haven't even
and
touched that type of
just
like
a small
instrument yet.
sorry.
Go ahead.
No, sorry. I was just gonna say a small word on that. Like, I feel like anyone can, if you know music theory, even the slightest, like anyone can do strings. You don't need to be a strings instrument player or like, again, a strings guru to like know how to do it. I feel like it's just like a practice. You have to know a few things about like the instrument and how it works, but so yeah, it's a cool thing. But anyways, so I was just experimenting with that. And so the first time I did Bounce acoustic session, it took off. And so it happened to be that the second time I just wanted to do it again because I was like, man, like that really did so well, and I feel like I have better songs this year. So I might as well do it again, and I did it again, and it was a really, really cool experience. There is nothing like being able to collaborate with other people and their gifts and their instruments. Most of what I do with my music is by myself or with one or two other people, but to collaborate with 4 singers, 4 strings players, an audio engineer, and more, like it was just an incredible gift. And going to a school with really talented musicians is a gift in and of itself as well, because it's really not that hard to outsource if you're just consistent with being friendly to people and making relationships with them.
Let's talk about this newest release you got out now, titled Jealousy. Before we even talk about that, I want to show them the video that I love, because I talked about that. I should have showed it when we started taping. Here's a snippet of KMO, one of my favorite videos of him playing Jealousy, one of his originals. Check it out.
Please don't tell me we can just be friends. This conversation's at the end of all the things we could have been. So every day I might feel it. Jealousy, jealousy. Jealousy, jealousy. Trying to tell myself I'm alright on my own. But that's a lie, 'cause no one's better off alone.
That was KMO and his new single titled Jealousy that he just released. What was the concept behind this recording?
Sometimes, like, I don't always, the conventional way to like make a song and finish it is usually to start with songwriting, produce it, mix it, master it, and then release it, right?
The normal way.
Yeah, the normal way. But sometimes, like, I'm more music oriented than I am like lyrical oriented. So sometimes I start like an instrumental and I'm like, man, I really, really like this. And then I'll write to it. Once I build it out a little bit more. So this song I started making this song back in April of 2020 in the middle of the pandemic when things first started going wrong.
He said when things first started going wrong. I've never anybody. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. Nobody on my show has worded it that way. Oh God, I was like, since things going. I'm sorry. Why am I making
that's when things started going wrong.
Yeah. When things started going wrong, I love it. Go ahead. I'm sorry, man.
I try to be honest. People are too. They use too many euphemisms with this pandemic. They're like, yeah, the pandemic, it happened. It's like, no, this has been a terrible thing.
Yeah, it's been one crazy year, honestly. Not even a year. It's been one crazy experience.
Yeah, I started the song back in April during that time, and I just started with like the chorus, the beat drop, the boom.
That's all you had.
That part. That's all I had, and then I built it out a little bit more, like a few months later, and then I started writing to it. So I didn't, that song is again like about someone, but I that's why I hold out, because I talked to like multiple girls last year, so like hopefully there's not like a guess, but. It's just so I avoid my personal troubles with this kind of thing. It really is just music. It's not,
it really is. Honestly, it shouldn't be taken too literal, too seriously.
Yeah,
it's just art put into an album or a record or any type of project that shouldn't be always be tailored to just one individual unless specifics are mentioned.
Yeah, so so but that's how it started. I started with the instrumental, and then I started writing lyrics, and it just kind of flowed from there. Nothing too profound.
Yeah, you're doing your thing, bro.
My buddy George, I gotta give props to him, because his name is George Cruz. I just asked him to kind of like play on it. It's one of those songs where I was like, man, I don't know if I'm going to take this the home stretch. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'm going to finish this like by myself. So I just asked George to come play keys and bass on it, and he like killed it. He kind of gave the song more of its DNA, so to speak. So he got producer credits because he's incredible. But yeah.
You have been incredible, bro. Thanks for stopping by the show. You know Sonny Hutton?
Yeah, that's Sonny. That's my guy.
The Beat Banks. Incredible.
Yeah, he's awesome, bro. They're killing it over there.
His newest release, titled Jealousy, is available now everywhere music is sold. K-Mo, everybody. That's all the time that I have for today. If you would like to view clips from today's show, head on over to my YouTube channel, Edu, for more exclusive content. That's me, Edu. Also, if you want to stream full episodes of the show, you can, since the show is on all streaming platforms, which are available for download on the Google Play Store and App Store. And finally, make sure to tune in to the Edu Show every day, only on YouTube.com and on all other streaming platforms available. I did that all in one take. I usually mess up. That was all God. Stay cool. Live life until next time.